How did it feel to kind of get that win on the road the other night?
It was wonderful getting us back in the winners column, and it was great to have the first win in the Big Ten for our team. So we're excited to build on that and keep on winning.
Individually, how did you think your performance was? You looked like more comfortable out there. You definitely contributing down the stretch. How did you feel in that game?
I just felt confident. I wanted to make sure I brought to the table what the team needs me to bring for them. Play my role and do the best that I can for each situation given to us or given to me.
Surviving that massive comeback for Washington in the last 4 minutes, obviously coming out with the win, but what kind of teaching moments have you guys taken from those 4 minutes?
Kind of reminds us that it's tough to win on the road, especially in the Big Ten. So if we have that type of lead that we had where it was double digits at one point, you want to make sure to continue to keep that lead and not to take your foot off the gas because they don't quit in this league. So you want to make sure just to keep it on.
Coach said that you guys worked on the zone coming into that game. How did you feel like you played your role in the middle?
There's definitely some improvements that I need to do to build upon, but I don't think I did too bad in the zone, but it's definitely something that I'm going to keep on working on and get better at.
How tough can it be to rebound when you're playing in the zone?
Can you ask that again?
How tough can it be to rebound when you're playing in the zone?
I don't know. It depends on where you are in the zone. And usually you just want to make sure you box out your man and hope the ball comes to you. First and foremost, you just want to make sure you box out and maybe your teammates gets the opportunity to get the rebound because you're taking out the biggest guy.
As a team, how do you guys felt you guys defended Washington's front court? Steinbach had that run in the first half, but how do you guys think you did against their big men?
It was up and down throughout the game. Obviously, you said at first it was a little difficult for us to guard, but we got a hang on the situation, which is why we gained that lead. So I think we did a decent job.
Do you think Biddle for Oregon poses similar challenges or different entirely?
Possibly. I hear he has that face-up midi game to him. He can also shoot the three, which is one thing that the bigs didn't really do for Washington. So there's some similarities, but also some different things too.
How has it been for you adapting over 8 games here at UCLA?
It's been good. Coaching staff has been great in helping me, adjust to how it is in the Big Ten, and I'm still continuing to learn every day. And it's been a great learning experience.
That over the back they called you for, feel you had that clean?
The second one, I think I had clean. Yeah. But it's always tricky because I did jump and I'm like putting one hand on him while the other hand's going up. So yeah.
I know you've only played in one Big Ten game so far, but in the Arizona, the Cal game, how do you feel like the physicality is at this level?
Oh, it's definitely more physical. It kind of reminds me of playing against those St. Mary's and the Gonzaga teams from when I was in the West Coast Conference. It's similar to that type of strength. So, I appreciate what the coaches and the strength trainer has done here to get me prepared for that type of level.
I know you're only one game into this conference slate, but is there a little different feeling with these games going into the conference schedule?
Not for me. Come with the same attitude every day. Just try to make sure you help your team get to victory in any way that you can and in every way that you should be doing. So, it's just excitement every day. Try to get another W.
Some of your teammates were talking about how that was like a must-win game for you guys. When you have that mindset, is there a different approach?
I guess in that perspective, it's a more intense approach. You want to it makes you want to bring more to the table, bring more energy. You're way more locked in when you're thinking about it's a must-win game. So with that being said, I think every game should be a must-win game, and that's how we've been thinking so far.
What was the message you took from the win that you guys want to see implemented Saturday?
Defense. Defense wins games. Deflections. We want to make sure we get the most amount of deflections. The rest will take care of itself.
What was your personal deflection number on against Washington?
I think it was about 4 or 5. Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
I'm not sure what your rebounding numbers are, but per minute they're probably the best or among the best on the team. Is there anything you can do to help that rub off on your teammates?
Yeah, for sure. I could definitely, tell them what I do that helps me get rebounds, and just keep emphasizing to them that crashing the glass is very important, and it helps us get extra possessions on the offensive end. So
talk a little bit more about your rebounding. What goes into it? What makes you such a ferocious rebounder?
Just being there before your man can box you out. I think just being in a better position and just being able to fight through that position and just be able to, get the extra possession for your team on the offensive end. So.
And you have to really want the ball, right? I mean, that's
For sure,
got to be
yeah.
a big part of it.
It's all effort. I mean, it doesn't really take any skill or anything like that. I think it's more just effort and, just bringing it. So.
What did you think of the zone defense that you guys used the other night?
I think it was pretty effective. That was our first time using it this year, so I know we still got some more work to do. But it's just more communication, making sure guys are in the right place at the right time and, just talking, consistent talking. So.
You got that tie-up with Somerville. That was pretty timely, big play. Why do you feel like you're able to make tough plays like that? It doesn't take you a second to adjust to another league.
I just think just doing little plays like that will affect our team in the long run, and those little plays, those are impactful plays, and I'm gonna continue to keep trying to make those plays for our team to help us win. So.
You missed your first 2 threes, then you made one deep from the right wing. That was contested. Why did you have the confidence to keep shooting after you missed those first 2?
They brought me here, to shoot the ball for my rebounding and some other things, and I'm just gonna continue to keep shooting, not to lose my confidence in my shooting, and just know that the next one's gonna go in. So.
I know we're early into the season, 8 or so games in, but how have you seen your role here develop, and how have you seen it carved out?
For sure. Obviously I'm coming off the bench right now, and I think for me it's just emphasizing my defense, taking care of the ball on offense, making the right plays on offense, shooting the ball, passing it to the guys, and just defensively, just communicating, keeping guys in front, and just playing team defense and just talking on defense as well. So
what kind of teaching moments can you guys take from those final 4 minutes where you guys had the 16-point lead, then suddenly it's 1 point? What kind of went wrong, and what do you kind of take from that, having won still, but
For sure.
Yeah, what lessons?
I would say to not just take our foot off the gas. I think we kind of got passive and we stopped, being aggressive on offense, and we had little mishaps on defense. We just got to clean that up. We got a big lead like that. I think we got to just, keep being aggressive on offense, but, being smart at the same time.
Yeah, what's the key there? Because obviously you're trying to drain that clock. You're trying to get it down without doing too much. But, what's the key there to balance that with the aggression?
Yeah, I would say, just running our plays, just being smart with the ball and just making the right passes and the right plays to our teammates. So.
As a transfer, how do you feel like some of the guys like Sky, Tyler, and Eric who have been here for a little bit have, translated the message to you so that you can fit in?
For sure, every day. In practice, they're talking, making sure that we're ready. These practices are tough, and, it's just going to make the games even easier. So they're just constantly communicating with us that, just to keep talking, do the little things in practice, and, that'll make the game much easier. So.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Jamar.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Didn't take you long to get back in a rhythm in this last game. How did those first, I guess it was 6 minutes or so of the second half feel?
It's been good, yeah. The first half, struggling a little bit, but my teammates were trusting me, telling me, keep staying aggressive, keep playing hard, and got some good switches. Guards were able to get me the ball and able to do my thing a little bit.
You've played against Oregon. I know this is the 4th time now.
Yep.
You grew up around there, but what's it like playing against them, especially with Nate Biddle, who matches up against you?
Yeah, it's always a fun game, always a great game. They're a good team. Nate Biddle's a great player, so it's always super fun to play Oregon for sure.
Is there any differences, in today's college world, playing a team like Oregon, where maybe you see them a lot more than you would other guys or other coaches, other teams?
Maybe a little bit, being in a different conference with the Big Ten and everything, but it's just like playing in the Pac-12. We play them twice every year.
What makes Oregon special? What do you think is their bread and butter?
They're pretty dynamic. We know they've got good guard play with Shellstad, and then obviously Nate Biddle's good. Good player too. Able to step out and shoot the three. Good around the rim, blocking shots. So they got a lot of good players throughout their lineup. So it should be a good test for us.
You mentioned the guards getting the ball into you during that 6-minute stretch in the second half, and Coach said that was the difference between winning that game and losing the other 2. What opportunities do you feel like they had? Was there a lot of mismatches? Why do you think you were able to get the ball, or they were able to get the ball to you?
Yeah, I think we just stayed together really, and kept our mind on the right things, and kind of played with a sense of calmness, and able to read the different matchups and what they were doing defensively. I think that was the biggest thing for sure.
How did it feel to get back out there? Obviously, you missed the previous 2 games. Was it frustration not having been in there, particularly in that Cal game, and then finally you're out there and help that run leads to a win?
Yeah, I mean it's always frustrating not being able to help the team and get out there with your brothers, but for sure felt amazing to be back. Was super excited for that game. But yeah, just gotta trust the process.
How's everything feeling physically?
Feeling good. Yeah.
Coach said there were, I think, 2 plays at the end of the game where they drew up for you to get a shot, and you ended up passing to Jamar on one and passing away on another. What was the end of the game like, and specifically those 2 plays?
Yeah, I mean, gotta execute better in those plays, and that's on me. But yeah, end of the game, I think we got to close better. I think we showed our toughness. A little bit of toughness that game for sure, but yeah, I got to close the game better.
Do you feel like that game was more about the 30 minutes in between than those 5 at the beginning where they were kind of dominating, and the 5 at the end where it got really scary?
Yeah, I mean 5 at the beginning. It's a game of runs. We knew we were gonna fight back into it, and then we played well in those middle of the game, and then like I said earlier, we got to close out better.
The end game. Like tactically, how do you approach that? Because obviously you want to drain clock, you want to get it down, but is there something about like initiating the offense earlier, or is it just?
I mean, I think we want to drain the clock a little bit, when we have a lead like that. But we got to execute better offensively, and then it's all about getting stops and playing defense, getting rebounds.
So I probably missed some stuff, obviously, but the zone. How much do you think that can help you guys going forward? I mean, I guess Coach said basically rim protection from the bigs was something that was trying to help, right? So how do you think it worked, and how much do you think we'll see going forward?
Yeah, I think it was good. I think it's tough to play against a team that switches between man and zone and can do different things like that. So I think it's definitely good for us and going to help us. How
much have you guys worked on it in here?
We've worked on it an okay amount, not a crazy lot, but yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along for sure.
The zone feels like something we really haven't seen in Cronin's defense yet. Is there a special maybe attribute about this squad you think that makes it well suited for the defense you guys are running against Washington?
I think since we're an older team, I think the biggest thing, just talking through the zone, not losing guys, matching up and just talking through everything. I think that's the biggest thing.
A bunch of guys on the team have had like 1 game where they've missed because of injury. You missed 2.
Yeah.
What's that been like? Trying to get guys in and out of the lineup and building chemistry.
Yeah, I mean that's injuries happen. Those type of things happen. So we just gotta stay with it. Next man up mentality. It can be any guy, any given night. Scoring and doing their thing. So just gotta stay together. That's the biggest thing.
I know he wasn't injured, but Daly finished the night with probably one of his lows at UCLA, but I feel like defensively has really improved this year, taking a step up from last year. Can you talk a little bit about Daly's defense and what do you think he contributed?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's definitely stepped up in that role and, playing the 3 too. And, he's been great for us this year. Got in a little foul trouble the other night, but he'll be fine. He'll bounce back for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.